Hello guys, welcome back to another Gunpla review. So today we'll be looking at the Bandai Gunpla Real Grade 144 scale Double O Riser. So basically the Double Riser is the combination of the Double O Gundam and the O Riser. And together they form the Double O Riser. As you can see here on the box, it says Double O Riser Complete. So basically this is what happened when the O Riser docks with the Double O Gundam. Here we have the side of the box. Very straightforward. I did the unboxing for this kit a long time ago. Retail price is 3,000 yen. And yeah, basically I sold this kit to my friend Edward, and he gave it back to me for Christmas because he just don't build real grades or something. Or maybe I have offended him with the comment that no, real grades are better than master grades. So I guess maybe that's why, or something weird. Anyway, first off, we're gonna look at some of its accessories. First, we're gonna look at the GN Sword 3. This is a very interesting weapon. Basically, it also comes with a effect part, which is very nice. And the effect part can actually just be attached to the GN Sword 3 like that, making a very awesome looking weapon. I think this is basically the Riser sword. You seen that episode where it chopped? I think it went and chopped the one of the weapon of mass destruction or something that the ALOS or the ALOS were using against people. And yeah, it was a very weird satellite cannon kind of thing. I forgot what it is, but yeah, it was very powerful. But yeah, that was actually very cool. He has to use Trans M in order to use a Riser sword, I believe. So yeah, we got the effect part for the Riser sword, and this thing also can collapse into a GN rifle, just like it's a weapon that's very similar to Exia's GN sword. Yeah, so you can just wield that. Let's grab one of the hands here. Yeah. I actually learned something very surprising. So basically, all the RG hands between Exia, Double O, and the Quanta are the same. So you can interchange hands between all the kits. So yeah, and I believe you may be able to do this with various other kits from the line, because apparently a lot of the RG kit all share the same hands. So it's a possibility. I mean, all these the real RG style hands, these the ones that nobody likes, are the same. So technically, you can give these weapons to like a kid from another universe or something like that. So that's actually very interesting too. That's a very interesting fun fact. So anyway, let's go ahead and attach this to the hand. And yeah, you have a few options you can do here. You can use this as the sword mode, like so. I believe you do have to get it to properly by locking the mechanism, like so. Oops. Yeah. Anyway, you can use it like this in this mode, or you can have it attached properly to the forearm like that and use it in this mode, or use it as the rifle mode like that. So that's definitely very cool. It's one of my favorite weapons for the Double O Gundam. Okay, and let's go ahead and remove this. This thing just, it weighs down the kit a lot. So I don't display the kit using the GN Sword 3 very often, or at all, to be honest with you. Okay, I mean, this is cool, but yeah, I almost never use it. On the Exia, it's better because that's actually Exia's preferred weapon. The Double O actually has quite a few other setups aside from the GN Source 3. Obviously, we have the GN Source 2, and you can combine them together and form like a double-edged weapon, like so. So yeah, here's a GN Sword 2. This may weight down the kit. I guess we'll see. Maybe not as much as the GN Sword 3. Yeah, this looks really nice. I do like that. Okay, and yeah, if you don't like that, you can basically just remove this thing. Why is the backpack constantly coming off? And you slot those in properly. Yeah, and if you saw my previous video, I still have an issue with this sticker, so I'm gonna have to address that. Anyway, if you don't like this setup, you can remove these GN Sword 2s, and they can be attached to the side skirts. Basically right here. Actually, let's move the arm a little bit, get the GN Sword 2 to slot in properly, like so. There we go, like that. And yeah, it just comes with these parts. You can actually remove these if you want to. Probably need a plier. Oh, actually no, that's not too bad. Yeah, and they just slot into the side skirts, like so. And if you guys don't know what the GN Sword 2 does, basically it's a sword and it's also a rifle combination. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I really don't like the rifle mode. Basically, this is how it looks like in rifle mode, and you flip the sword bits around like that. So yeah, the double O holds it like this as a rifle. Let's see, let me show you guys how that works. And we'll swap out one of these hands for that. So yeah, honestly, this looks kind of silly to me. What do you guys think? It's kind of silly, right? Yeah, the cool thing about the GN Sword 2, especially with the real grade version, you can see why this thing is a rifle, because it actually has a barrel right here and here. So this is where the beam comes out. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. And also with the real grade, you get this effect piece. You get two of them, one for each of the GN Sword 2. And this just plugs in right there, and then you have the effect part like that. Hey, well, it is what it is. You know, I don't really like it. It kind of make it look silly. I mean, is it a beam saber or is it not a beam saber? I mean, it already have beam sabers, so. Well, I guess it's better than nothing, right? It's like an enhanced version of the GN Sword. So, GN Sword with a beam effect. So, yeah. So we have a physical blade and a that has like beam effect. Enhanced physical blade, basically. So, yeah. Technically should be like this. But I don't know. Some people are gonna like it, some people are not gonna like it. Okay, so anyway, for accessories, we got these two useless real grade hands, which I'm never gonna use. Yeah, I got another one for the took one off the Quanta here, and then we have two open hands. Obviously, two beam sabers with the beam saber effect that's removable, like that. These are the special ones with the peg hole. I mean, with the peg, so you can peg them into the hand so they don't, you know, get loose. And we have the two of these, you know, beam saber effect parts. Obviously, we talk about the GN Sword 3 and the effect part for the GN Sword 3. We got two of these closed fists. These are the, I don't know, I really don't like these. These comes on the, you know, molded onto the runner on the, you know, those are real great arm and leg parts. So, yeah, they're not really that impressive. So something else I'm not gonna use. Obviously, we have two of these multi-purpose gripping hands, and these gripping hands has a slot there for the attachment, so it makes them more like a sturdy connection. Okay, and then obviously we got two pilots this time. We have Seiji Crossroad, and then we have Setsuna. Setsuna F. Sayer or Soran Ibrahim. That's his real name. He's from the Middle East. Okay, so and then we have the O-Riser here, obviously, and the O-Riser have these landing gears. If you're not going to use the landing gears, you can remove them, and you can replace them with these. There we go. So when it's in flight, you can use these. And the O-Riser itself also has its own action base, which is very nice. I believe this thing just connects right here, like that. Well, action base connector. And let's go ahead and grab Quanta, take Quanta off the stand right here. You can connect these to the action base 5. It's just you have to use like another adapter, which I forgot to get. So anyway, it can fit in here like that, but this is a kind of a loose connection, so just be careful of that. Oh boy. Double Kisoyo. So you can have this mode, and you also have options to use two different style of these clear part for the sensor. This is actually not the cockpit. The cockpit is actually right here. Yeah, this is where Seiji goes into the O-Riser. Damn it, come on. There we go. There's a cockpit for the O-Riser. This is where Seiji rides in the O-Riser. Okay, so that's the O-Riser. Now the interesting thing with the O-Riser is that you actually can attach to the GN Source 3. To be honest, I don't really like how that thing looks with the, why does a plane have like a sword attached to it? It just looks very silly to me. So let me just show you guys from the instructions how that look like. And I think most people would agree with me that it looks just completely ridiculous. Like this. So you have the GN Source 3 attached to the bottom, and then somehow the GN Source 3 has a landing gear. So like what's it gonna do? Like go ram somebody with the GN Source 3 or something? It's I don't know. I just don't like it. I think it's very silly. And I don't think it even happened in the anime. So like yeah, that like that. Like this. What is that? Well, if you want to do it, you can do it. I'm not going to do it because I just don't like the idea of having the GN Source 3 attached to the O-Riser like that. Okay, so we have two connectors, one for the Double O Gundam and one for the, obviously, the O-Riser. So this one's for the O-Riser and this one's for the Double O Gundam. And yeah, the connector just connects right here on the back like that. Very similar to how it's attached on the Quanta. And on the back skirt here we have two more beam sabers. These are just the one without the peg, and it just connects to the back skirt. Okay, and yeah, this thing is just loaded with accessories. So we have these GN Katars right here for the that can be attached to the forearm like so. So you have GN Katars like that. That's very cool. And if you don't like it being, GN Katars on both arms, you can combine them together, which you also have to do as minor disassembly, like that. You just basically take these parts off and then reattach it. Then you connect these two together, and you form GN shield for the double Gundam. So the GN shield, you can attach it however you want. Shield like that, or whatever. Yeah, the guitar still works. You can pull it out like that. I think this is pretty cool. And not only that, these parts, the GN guitars, can be attached to the side of the old riser. Just give it more protection, I guess. Yeah. So that's definitely really cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and get these out of the way. Get the GN Sword 2s out of the way. Okay, now one very interesting gimmick, one thing that I really, really like about this kit is the ability to, to move the GN drives. So the GN drive on this kit is a lot of fun. Okay, well, the stickers are no fun, but yeah, especially when they lose adhesion. But just make sure. It's going to come out eventually. I just know it. But either way. Basically what you do here is you raise the GN drive, the binder section right here, so this thing can pivot. That's very nice. If you want to lock it in, you just push it down like that. And this thing is super solid. It's not going anywhere. And right here we also have another piece that prevents the GN drive from spinning. So once you loosen it up, the GN drive can spin like so. That's very nice. And if you don't want to have the GN drive, you want to be more like the appearance that it's shown in the movie when the GN drives got destroyed. Because at the end of Gundam 00, if you haven't watched it, this is a spoiler. Basically, the 00 got destroyed, got wrecked by the Reborn's Gundam, and Reborn stole one of the drives to power the old Gundam, and Setsuna took the other drive to power the Exia Repair 2, and then they duke it out and they end up destroying both GN drives in the battle. So yeah, these two GN drives are no more. So in the movie, end up using these GN condensers. So basically these are just particle tanks. Think of it as like a fuel tank where it's just stored like GN particles. And yeah, to keep the 00 active. So here we have the condensers like that. You can have it like that, or you can have it with the GN drive. Now it works. It doesn't matter if you have the particle tanks attached to it or the the GN drives. You can still attach the old riser part to it. So yeah. So basically what you do here now with the old riser is you take apart the binder, like so. You have to do a little transformation here for the old riser. It's very simple. It's not difficult at all. This is the peg where it connects to the backpack. So basically what you want to do is you want to flip this part down here, like so. And just make sure you don't accidentally disassemble the kit while doing it. And yeah, there we go. That's how it docks with the 00 Gundam. Now you want to move the arm down like that. The GM binders just fits onto the side very easily. You flip this section forward like that. This thing slots in right there. There you go. And yeah, so basically what you want to do is open these up. Open up this section like that. And you get more details underneath. So that's definitely very nice. There we go. Oh, actually, you know what you need to do? You need to move the this piece backward a little bit. So you just push it, you just pull it, and then you push it out, push it up a little bit, and then you connect that. So now it's a much more solid connection. There we go, like that. Okay, and you can do the same thing over here on this side, even though it's the GN condensers, it still works. So basically you see these connection port right here. You just push the section up like so, that slots into the GN condenser like that, and like that. Let's lock this in. There we go. So, up to you. If you want to use the GN drives or the GN condenser, you can do either one. But for me, I prefer it. I prefer nothing attached to this thing, just the GN drives. Yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and remove all that and just convert it back into the normal 00 Gundam. I mean, I like the idea of the 00 riser. I just don't like, too much stuff attached to it. Like the Quanta is like, it looks very clean because it doesn't have all these stuff attached to it. Yeah. So very simple. Just convert that back. Pull this part straight up. Snap that in. Take this and slot that in right there like so. Pull the wings in, all the binder parts in there like that. Oops. There we go, like that. There we go. Back to the old riser. Okay, and then basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach the GN drive back to its position. Got that inner part stuck in here. So anyway, let's rebuild this GN drive thing. There we go. Yeah, this blue inner ring part is a full sticker. Well, more like a dry transfer sticker, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna last, so you might want to paint it or just be careful with it. Okay, now that the parts are in place, let's go ahead and you have all these slots right here on the back of the GN drive, and this is what holds it in place, this little tab. So yeah, okay, connect that together, and let me show you one more gimmick with the 00 Gundam. So basically, the GN drives can swing forward, just like that first episode where the 00 was activated. Yeah, the GN particle, he unleashed the GN particle to block a beam attack, like so. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead and close this hands. Gripping hands, and it looks like we got one of these connectors still attached to the 00 Gundam. Okay, so that's that, and there's still a few more gimmicks. So basically, this thing has an open cockpit section. Basically, what you do is you push this section downward. If I can actually do it. It's a little tricky, to be honest with you. Whoops. Okay, well, I kind of just disassembled that whole thing, but basically, this section here can go downward, like so, like that. You want to kind of be careful with these, because if you use too much pressure, you can break something, and that's not something you want to break. So there we go. There's the cockpit. And I'm just going to show you guys that and never do that ever again. So, alright. So it looks like this sticker still hasn't fallen off on me. Very annoying piece. But we're going to go over the articulation. So, anyway, we have the toe articulation right here. And then we also have the feet articulation. And we also have the ankle pivot right here. It's you got to work with it a little bit. But if you don't want to use that ankle pivot, there's obviously a ball joint here for the feet that goes into the lower legs. And then we have the double jointed knee, very nice double jointed knee. It's a full double jointed knee, not like a half-ass less than 90 degrees. Or, yeah, less than 90-degree double jointed knee. This is very nice. And you also get this very nice part separation right there. We got the thigh cut right here. The hip is universal, so that's very nice. Side skirt is articulated, it's connected via ball joint. The front skirt is kind of like the high grade, where you can actually articulate it and you can move it up and down, which is very nice. Obviously, we have the joint right here. This is just this is not a ball joint. This is just it's a basic just round thing. And then obviously you can swing it back and forth like that. This one doesn't have that special RG gimmick where you can swing the leg down or forward. So yeah, they got rid of that because they didn't use that unique section. I guess it's just not necessary on the Double Gundam. Okay, and obviously we have a little bit of a side-to-side right here. You can see that side-to-side right there. And you also have the you know, the butterfly function for the shoulders right there. It's a little hard to see, but you can move the shoulders out like that. I guess it's easier to do on this part than on this one. Oh, there we go. Okay, and yeah, the head is on the hinge. You can move out in that back and forth, and then you can rotate the head 360. Very nice. The shoulder armor, yeah, it's just your typical real grade shoulder armor. It's attached via that point, so you know, if you, the GN drives don't get in the way, you can actually get this thing to go up pretty high. But unfortunately, since the GN drive does get in the way, you know, the articulation is somewhat limited by that. You can remove the GN drives, but I don't know, then it will just have no the suit will not be powered since it's powered by the GN drives. So without that, it's not like it has like a nuclear reactor like the Gundam one that you see. But anyway, yeah, you can see that the arm can go up if you remove the binders, the GN drives. Yeah, we have this piece right here you can move out, so you get increased articulation if you want to have the arm go perpendicular, like so. Like that. Obviously, we got a bicep swivel right there, and then we have the single bent. Actually, we have a double jointed elbow, but it's a little bit difficult. There we go. Double jointed elbows. We have extra point of articulation for the wrist. Obviously, ball joint for the wrist, and that's essentially it. That's the real grade double O riser. I think it actually has more articulation than the Master Grade. But regardless, it still has a lot more surface detail than the Master Grade. And it has a little bit less problems. I think most of the problem on this kit probably come from these stickers. Yeah, they seem to kind of want to get loose. This one right here is very annoying. And then this one right here. And I think that's because I messed up. They kind of lost its adhesion properties. And that's mainly my fault. I don't know what the heck I did here, but yeah, I found this piece stuck to my thumb. So hopefully I don't have any more loose stickers. You know, they're very annoying. But, well, maybe I should just, you know, I think they do make water slide decals for a real grade kit, so maybe I should invest in some water slide decals and just set them properly. That way they don't come loose. Anyway, this is a very impressive kit. I highly recommend it. And here it's next to its successor, the Double O Quanta, which is also a very nice kit. I guess I'm gonna do like a comparison with all three: the Exia, the Quanta, and the Double O. So stay tuned for that. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching.